Plastic has made our lives so much more easier and more convenient, but with that convenience, there's a major toll on our health and our environment. One of the environmental effects that plastic has on our environment is the effect that it has on groundwater. Out of all this water in this world, only 2.5% of that is available drinking fresh water, and only 1% of that is easy accessible water. 50% of our population uses groundwater as their source of water, and 37% of irrigation and agriculture uses come from groundwater. Majority of the people think that plastic and groundwater don't correlate, but when plastic sits in landfills for years upon years, rainwater pushes chemical leaches down with it, and that's what pollutes our groundwater. Another environmental effect of plastics is flooding. A lot of people think that flooding comes from major rainstorms, and that is true, but another reason of flooding is that plastics, water bottles, plastic bags all get caught in our sewage systems, and eventually that leads to a blockage. Soil contamination is another effect of plastic. Though it is not well studied, a third of the plastic waste ends up in our soil and our fresh water, and due to that, it enters our food chain. A third of our soil and fresh water is contaminated by plastic waste. Due to this, it enters our food chain from our plants that we grow agriculturally or the fish that we eat from the ocean or freshwater sources. Our soils and fishes take in things called microplastics, which is the result of plastic not being biodegradable. It takes plastics thousands upon thousands of years to decompose, but even then it won't disappear completely. We are eating foods that come from polluted areas from plastic. Sewage is another way that our soil is contaminated. 80 to 90% of plastic particles contained in sewage turn into sludge, and sewage sludge is used as a fertilizer. Several tons of microplastics end up in our soil each year, and we are ingesting that. One thing that people always ask are, why don't we just burn our plastics? Well, when we burn our plastics, it releases chemicals into the air that will actually deplete our ozone. Another way that plastic is affecting our environment is through our oceans. Many animals die each year, including sea turtles, pelicans, sharks. There's an island called the Great Pacific Plastic Patch. It's in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Ocean currents work, the plastic all generates to one place, and this is creating an island of straight plastic. About 15 to 40% of our littered plastic or plastic that gets thrown away enters our sea animals. Our sea animals ingest these plastics, which they think is food. For example, sea turtles think plastic bags are jellyfish. The plastics that we use each day that we either litter or throw away is killing our ecosystem, and is killing our animals that live in those ecosystems. Plastic straws that everyone likes to use in their Starbucks, Sonics, McDonald's drinks, they are being either breathed in by sea turtles or swallowed whole. These will get into their lungs and it will eventually kill them. Turtles are already endangered, and if we keep going at the rate we are, they'll be extinct due to our plastic use. Produce plastic items in your life will help save our ecosystem.